He pulls his fist back, he's about to punch me.
Fucking evil looking demon.
He thought there's a feminist agenda behind him wanting to cut off his cat's balls.
I'm a white Latina.
You're the first person to actually answer that question.
Are you trying to get me to say that I take drugs? Like, you know, when you get like industry in to like come watch your show, loads of missed calls. I don't want to say anything wrong.
I'm HTMLJONES and welcome to Emotional Labour. This is the show where we did a discourse so you don't have to. Our guest today is the incredibly talented genre mixed musician, MALENA ZAVALA. You might have heard her from her albums Eliso or La Guerrera. Thank you so much for coming.
Yay, thanks for having me.
That's okay. How do you uplift minority voices?
That's a really hard question right from the bat. Well, first of all, I think it's really important for them to have a space where they can talk.
Talk about what specifically?
I mean,
like
depends.
Like
What?
Like the news? Sorry, please continue.
I don't know. I think in just like general chat, I have a lot of conversations about class. I'm a white Latina. I'm an immigrant. Class has always been a thing that I've been very aware of. I think it's really weird that everyone has their own little bubble. I'm always rooting for the poor, for like poor people, basically, or like lower class. That's
Nice.
like really important for me. I come from a country that has had big financial issues and all of that like Latino standard shit that happens.
Global South shit, yeah.
In terms of like race or whatever country you come from,
Mm-hmm.
I basically just try and like make sure that I'm, what is it when you like try and consume, you go to the like independent shop of that like
ethical consumption.
Yeah, all of that stuff.
In summary, minorities should talk to each other, meet each other, and buy things in an ethical way.
Yeah. Just like supporting people.
Dogs or cats?
Cats.
Okay.
Dogs are annoying. They're smelly as well.
They're a bit gross.
Bit needy. You know the whole like crusty white dog thing?
Yeah.
You know about that?
Yeah.
It's kind of like how when people have newborn babies and they're like, oh, look how cute he is. It's actually like fucking like evil looking. You can get some like really ugly dogs. Cats, beautiful.
It's just, I've never really seen like an ugly cat. They all like at like a certain level, you know?
Yeah, apart from maybe like the really old ones.
Oh
like,
no,
you know,
not the old ones. They got nothing left apart from that. You know, that's grim. Like, what about the naked ones that look like the mole rats?
I actually love those.
I feel bad for them though. I feel like they got to get sunburnt. You know, they got to put SPF on.
Yeah. Apparently, you got to like rub them with coconut oil every day. Yeah. They get like a whole skin treatment every day.
These cats going to spas and shit. That's the next level, honestly. However, cats do have a far greater environmental impact. They are responsible for, I think, roughly 2 million bird deaths per month. Dogs are usually inside. The environmental impact is quite low. By choosing cats over dogs, we've seen
holy shit.
Your priorities about the climate crisis. Very telling.
Yeah. Can I challenge this?
Please.
You know how like you go to Greece and there's like a cat problem?
I have not, but I believe that would be the case.
But that's a shame about the birds. That's a good part of England. We got really nice sounding birds. My
dad is like a little bit insane. We don't agree politically. He didn't want to neuter his cat. I'm quoting him directly here. He thought there's a feminist agenda behind him wanting to cut off his cat's balls. As a result, this cat was just going around the neighborhood causing a population crisis. I didn't know this, but male cats, when they don't get neutered, their heads actually physically get bigger. They look different. It's just like this huge-headed cat walking around with like a million kids. Eventually, his balls went cancerous, so they had to cut them off anyway. There was no point to it whatsoever. So that's my personal connection to the environmental impact of cats.
I would take not eating beef over cats.
Yeah, that's probably better for the like in terms of the environment. MALENA, what was your worst ever gig?
I was on tour supporting this act called Blanco White. We were playing the Olympia in Paris. We rocked up to do the sound check. The sound guy was like really French and like nonchalant, like was smoking inside the venue, didn't really care. We got on stage in front of like about 500 people. Halfway through the first song, everyone just erupted in applause. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? The sound guy had forgot to turn my mic on. We did a couple more songs, the talkback monitors or whatever, to hear ourselves just cut out. We were just trying our best. And then at one point we're just like, okay, no, wait, we need to stop. Tried to like wave at the sound guy. And his assistant was at the side of the stage just going, I don't. We'd gotten like our new press guy to come see us, like you know when you get like industry in to like come watch your show. Literally so embarrassing. Finished the show, were pissed off. The sound guy was like, hey, great show, I love your music. I was just like, yeah, thanks. And he goes, so do you want to go for a drink after?
Oh,
and I was
oh my God.
And I was like, fuck this shit, get me out.
I almost got punched on stage once.
Really?
I was doing a solo show in the Edinburgh Fringe, and I was this drunk group of Glaswegian guys, like middle-aged. And this guy just goes up to me. He stands like about like an inch away from my face. This is like while I'm like singing. I don't know what his issue was. I think he just didn't rate the experimental pop tunes, which is fine. That's okay. But he pulls his fist back like he's about to punch me. And then his friends like grab him, drag him out. The venue staff were in the room the whole time. They did nothing at all. Imagine
if that person was you, right? And you were that rolled up to about to like punch someone who's literally just singing.
I didn't say anything to him as well. I continued singing. Like,
imagine how fucked up that person is.
His liver must be just like the size of a peanut at this point.
Can I tell you the story about how I chose you to play a show with me?
Yeah, please do.
So basically, we were on tour, and my manager was like, "Oh, here are the like local acts. Choose whoever you want." And then I listened to yours on first listen. I was like, "Oh, this is like really cool, like lo-fi, like garage pop or whatever." And then you guys showed up, and then you played, and me and my whole band were like, this is the best thing we've ever seen.
Oh my God, that's so sweet.
We were literally, but also it was just great because you guys had like so much energy. Your saxophone player,
lovely,
amazing. I love it. We were all just gassed. A highlight of that tour.
That's so sweet. I kind of don't want to ask you questions to bait you out now. That's the point of the show. Like, what am I supposed to?
No, bait me out.
Okay. What slurs should white bisexuals say?
I don't think. Wait, what do you class as a slur?
A prejudiced term referring to a minority or marginalized group.
I don't think anyone should say those things.
Yeah, obviously there's like reclamation of slurs can happen.
I don't know.
That's okay. You
don't know. I feel like people should joke about themselves, but not about other people.
That's the golden rule, really, isn't it? There we go. See, that's a very, very moral answer.
I feel like really guarded. I'm just like, I don't want to say anything wrong.
You said that yerba mate, the caffeine content of it, really helped you through the songwriting process. Compared to PCP or cocaine, for example, which would you say is stronger, yerba mate or Class A drugs?
Are you trying to get me to say that I take drugs?
I would never try and bait you like that. That'd be really evil of me.
Class A drugs are strong, but if you spend 6 months only drinking yerba mate without eating anything, that's gonna create some more potent output than Class A drugs.
That's definitely organ toxification.
It's got like 28 minerals. It's got like fuckloads. It's like really good for you.
So it's like the 12 herbs and spices, like KFC.
Yeah.
The sponsorship is incoming. You don't want to fumble the bag. Who is your dream collab?
Kevin Parker, Kendrick Lamar. I'm really into beats, and I mean you can't really see that much in my like first album, but I've really just, in terms of like my production journey, I've become more of a beat maker. And I think
on La Llorari you can see that it's a lot more like technical. Do you think Timmy Turner deserved his fairy godparents?
If we look at it philosophically, he had like really neglectful parents. It's quite sad because maybe the fairy godparents were like part of his imagination.
Latent mental illness.
Cosmo's a bit...
He's not all there.
It's kind of a weird stereotype of incompetent father, overachieving mother type.
It's very Homer Simpson, Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
And the rest.
Why are the parents like that in every cartoon?
It's weaponizing competence.
Learned that from TikTok.
Yeah.
I know Timmy was fucking annoying sometimes.
He did live a very suburban, comfortable life with his friends in a nice neighborhood. I just feel like there's many other kids out there with probably worse parents. Like his parents were not emotionally available, but they were at least financially available.
I think parental love is, wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, all good.
My mum was calling me. Parental love is the most important thing in life because she literally keeps calling me.
That's actually bang on.
funny,
That's a psychic connection.
I know,
It's
right?
parental love. Like, oh, it's my
literally
mom.
like loads of missed calls. Your heart literally
Oh, I'm
sinks.
dead. I'm dead.
Like,
yeah.
What have I done? I get that even now, and it's like I literally haven't done anything, and I still feel that way.
I start drafting my last testament.
No matter how much money you have, if you don't have the love, then you're gonna be fucked up.
2 more questions for you, if that's okay, and then I'll let you back to calling your mom because I don't want to like, get you in trouble.
No, it's chill.
Please name your favorite South Asian music artist.
Okay, wait, because I have some really great Bollywood music. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but Chirag Pechant from his The Greatest Hits, and it's called Railgaddy.
But that's a British Asian band as well, 1980s Bhangra band. Love to see
Is it?
Yeah. I'm going to throw these up on the screen, but they've got some iconic album covers. Very 80s.
When the guy is singing, you can tell that he's smiling. There was this one song called Bole Chudian.
Oh, yeah, I know this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
So good. And yeah, those are my 2 songs that I love.
You will be pleased to know that you're the first person to actually answer that question.
Really?
We've had like 5 interviews. No one's been able to name an actual South. The people have said like me, but like which alive politician do you think deserves to be guillotined the most?
Oh, there's so many. Alive.
Mm-hmm. Not for long, but yeah.
Okay, first thing that comes into my mind is Bolsonaro.
Nice. I mean, he might
just
get COVID for the 7th time and then just
yeah.
Take care of him.
I'm pretty sure he's going soon anyway.
They must just be puppeting him, you know, like Weekend at Bernie style. Because there's no way he's on an IV drip like 15 times in 1 year and then he's just like fine, he's walking around. For legal reasons, obviously, this does not constitute a threat. We're just talking about in a hypothetical situation whether he would merit guillotining. It's purely a moral issue.
Yeah.
Philosophizing, you know.
And then the screen starts crackling and then we get like a phone call.
Oh no, just like a red dot appears, just like a sniper and stuff. But yeah,
well, thank you for having me.